And I think it's always just reminding us it's not about changing the world, but it's about changing us. We cannot change the world. That is what it is. But we can change how we will view it. And so to me, that's what I think I was sharing with you last week. That whole, let me remember I am one with God. What is it? I feel the love of God within me now. That has come to me as being kind of the answer. The other day I was kind of reminded me, again, I kind of woke up in the middle of the night with another one of these things where I woke up thinking of something that I did to my mother when I was a teenager that I felt bad about. Out of the clear blue. Where'd that come from? Just woke up with that one, and I felt so bad about it. Well, what I should have done was called up my mother, right? Well, she's been dead for 18 years, so I can't call her up, but I know she's close in my mind, right? And what I know about my mother is the last thing she'd ever want me to think when thinking about her is sorrowful or guilty or any of those things. So I knew it wasn't really about her. She'd already forgiven me if there was something to forgive. She already loved me. What was the issue here? Well, the issue is that this is how the ego keeps us locked into this world. Guilt and unforgiveness. And if it can't get you when you're awake, because your mind's so filled with everything else, just get you when you wake up in the middle of the night. That's a good time to kind of get the guilt button going, because in the middle of the night, you won't be able to go back to sleep, and all you can do is sit there and think about that one thing. Right. So I realized, I needed to replace it. I can't change what happened in the past. I can't call my mother. I mean, every roadblock to what people might say how you should heal something was gone. So I would sit there in my guilt. Or would I sit there in the truth? What I knew was the truth was what was going to answer this. And so I thought, I feel the love of God within me now. Now that didn't change the thing I did. It didn't make me be able to say I'm sorry to her yet again. It didn't allow me to do any of those things. But what it did allow me to do was to, for a moment, replace the guilt with the truth. Replace the lie with the truth. I feel the love of God within me now. Let me remember I am one with God. It is the only answer, and it's exactly what this lesson keeps repeating over and over and over again. If you know this to be the truth, if you feel this within your heart, look at the power you have and realize how powerful your mind is to reflect that holiness out into this world, to not only transform your light, but transform the world, to not only carry this light with you, but to give this light to future generations and to transform past generations. That's how powerful this awareness is. This awareness is omnipresent, much like God is omnipresent. So it goes on to say in that third paragraph, what we receive is our eternal gift to those who, again, here it is, those who follow after us and those who went before or stayed with us a while. This awareness is just like a miracle. It transcends time. It transcends everything. The people that you've hurt or that you feel, oh, I'm sorry I did X, Y, Z, but they're dead. What do I do? Well, you know what you do. You remember the truth right here in this moment for yourself, for them. If she can't remember it, you hold it for her. That's what I think you're saying when you say, I step back and watch. I'm detaching myself from the emotion of anger, the emotion of guilt, the emotion of fear, whatever that may be, and I am replacing it with the truth. You cannot just detach from it without replacing it with something, because nature abhors a vacuum. It's going to fill it with something. If you don't fill it with the truth, you're going to fill it with guilt. You're going to fill it with these unworthy thoughts about yourself. So it's time for us to fill it with the truth. And when we do, as this third paragraph is saying, it benefits everyone. It benefits those who've passed on, those who are yet to come, those who stay with us. And God, who loves us with the equal love in which we were created, smiles on us and offers us the happiness we gave. So this light is blessing everyone. And we do it out of self-preservation. We do this so we know ourselves. That's what that means. We do it so we know ourselves. So today it says we're not going to doubt God's love for us, no question his protection and his care. No meaningless anxieties can come between our faith and our awareness of his presence. So it's not just faith in it, it is the actual experience of the power of God to perform miracles in your life. That's what that's saying. We are one with him today in recognition and remembrance, and we feel him in our hearts, our minds. Look at this. Our minds contain his thoughts. Do you want that thought? What do you want your mind to contain? It contains his thoughts. Our eyes behold loveliness in everything we look upon. Today we see only the loving and the lovable. That's what you were saying. I'm going to step back, because when you step back and give a space, we can allow the presence of God to fill that. I want to see only the loving and lovable. I want my eyes only to behold that. I want my mind only to contain that. So if that is the case, then you need to release the thoughts that are no longer worthy of that thinking. Those angry thoughts, those grievance-filled thoughts, those fear-filled thoughts, those unjustified thoughts, or the persecution thoughts you may feel. We need to allow those to be released and step back from them and remember the truth. Replace them with the truth.